Hey everyone, welcome to the Web Developer Bootcamp 2.0, the only course you need to learn web development, at least according to my slides. Now I know that claim sounds like something out of a late night infomercial, but this course does have a long proven track record of helping people become developers. That is very different, however, from claiming to teach every single topic, language, framework under the sun. That is not the goal of this course. The goal is to teach you everything you need to become a developer so that you can continue to learn and pick up new languages and frameworks as they go in and out of style. Okay, so I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Colt, Colt Steele. I'm an in-person bootcamp instructor. I also have an online bootcamp, and then I teach on Udemy. I have a YouTube channel where I teach people how to code, and then, believe it or not, I actually have interests outside of that, including, but not limited to, gardening, photography, playing in a band, and raising my flock of chickens. So now that you know every detail of my personal life, let's talk a bit about my professional life. And I only bring this up because it's relevant to this course. My entire career so far has been based around helping people become web developers, helping people learn to code. I've been an instructor, a lead instructor, a director of curriculum for multiple boot camps, including Galvanize, Rhythm School. My curriculum continues to be used around the country at multiple campuses. And I've also created courses for Udacity, not to mention my courses on Udemy, including the one you're looking at right now. So I bring all of this up, not just to toot my own horn, I promise, but because this course is based directly on my experience teaching students in person. Now bear with me for a second, this is going to seem a little bit braggy, but it is relevant. So here are some numbers. Of my in-person bootcamp graduates, 94% of them find jobs within 6 months, developer jobs, of course. And the median salary of those graduates is $115,000. My graduates work at companies ranging from tiny startups that they've founded all the way up to tech giants like Amazon, Google, Apple, Salesforce, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and so on. But what really matters here is that this course is based directly on my experience teaching and crafting the curriculum that I've used to help my in-person students get jobs. This is what I spend all my time doing and thinking about and dreaming about, sometimes having nightmares about. Remember that, if my in-person students don't get jobs, I lose my job. The last thing that I'll mention in this video is that, for me, what's most important, obviously it's important to help students get jobs, but what's most important for my students is that they leave my courses being able to grow as developers and learn new technologies and new libraries. Just as an example, here's a subset of some of the tools that my last crop of graduates are now working with just a little while after graduating. So I didn't teach my students Ruby, Java, C#, Angular, Vue, just to name a couple, but they are working with those technologies, they're learning them, and they're confident to take on, whatever else they're expected to learn in their new roles. So that's a real sign of success, and that's my main goal with all of my courses, online or in person, a fancy $20,000 bootcamp, or a relatively affordable Udemy course. The goal is always to help students become real web developers that aren't just dependent on, the 4 or 5 technologies I teach in my course, but instead can add on a whole bunch of new skills as needed. And that's exactly what this course offers. Okay, so that was a lot of talking about mainly myself. I apologize. Next up, I'm going to dive deeper into the curriculum if you'd like to know exactly what this course covers and in what order. Then we'll talk about whether you can get a job with this course and some tips and advice for succeeding. And I'm going to stop talking now. Welcome to the course if you are enrolled. And if you're just browsing, well, hello there. Hope you're doing great.